inviting the second presenter, Toastmaster Silke GLAAB, for the session titled Complete Wellbeing Through Toastmasters. But before she starts, let me share some more details about our special guest of honor from the UAE. Toastmaster Silke GLAAB is a psychologist with 15 years of experience in counseling and coaching at both national and international levels. She helps change seekers rapidly reach their goals and to step into the best version of themselves without stress, burnout, and anxiety. He coaches executives, experts, and entrepreneurs to become a brain boss who is mentally strong and emotionally resilient by using her background in behavioral psychology and applied neuroscience. As a Toastmaster, she achieved Triple Crown Award and was the first one in the club to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting with great pleasure, Toastmaster Silke GLAAB, Complete Wellbeing Through Toastmasters.
Thank you very much for this lovely introduction, and let's dive in. How or who would you be without Toastmasters? I guess you have not experienced it because you immediately shifted your Toastmaster meetings to virtual ones. Let's just imagine it. No rewards, no gatherings of like-minded people, no personal growth, no development of your leadership skills, not going out of your comfort zone. I still remember my first meeting I had in Toastmasters. It was 6 p.m. on November the 7th, 2017. Don't look it up, yeah? So I was invited by a guy from a gym, a huge guy from Uzbekistan, to join a meeting I will truly enjoy. How could he know what I like by just randomly talking at the gym? We arrived, people, I mean, all men, like very nicely groomed men, welcomed me, the only woman. They offered tea and then they ushered me into the conference room. Then the meeting started with a guy holding a gavel. I said, now, in what kind of meeting I am? Am I now in an auction? And from this time on, I really immersed in a kaleidoscope of events. I spoke in a round robin. I listened to great speeches, and we also competed in quizzes. And in the end, the gavel again. And I think I was there because my hands were red because of all the clapping. Now, what did I take out of this meeting? I felt joyful. So I had these joy beats. I also felt energized. I learned something new about engineering. I learned a new word. Don't ask me that one. And I forgot everything what I had in mind, what was going on in my life at that time. And when I look back, it really covered all aspects of well-being. Now let's recap them all together. And if you want to share, just share, what do you think are aspects being a Toastmaster? What kinds of aspects of well-being does Toastmasters provide to you? Just share that in the comments. So this also keeps you engaged in the speech. Now, what I came up with is have a calling in life. Be present and embrace all your emotions. So let's start with the first one. What is the difference between a job, a career, and a calling. Also share that one again in the comments, because this also makes you reflect. So a job, if you think Toastmasters is a job, you go there out of duty. And you may feel weak because of the whole activities you have, but you still go there. You wake up on a Friday early morning because you paid for it. If Toastmasters is a career, then you go for rewards. You want to win in a speech contest. You want to grow as a leader. You want to become a distinguished Toastmaster, area director, whatever director you want to become. Now, if Toastmasters is a calling for you, then you go beyond and you want to grow in all aspects of your life. Indeed, you want to be part of a movement that's devoted to make effective oral communication a reality worldwide. You're interested in the arts of speaking, listening, thinking, all vital aspects that are crucial for your self-actualization, to enhance your leadership skills, to foster human understanding, and in a summary, contribute to the betterment of mankind. This is the Toastmasters mission. And when you closely look at it, it covers Maslow's hierarchy of needs that you want to achieve if you want to live your life to the fullest. Now, I went a couple of years ago, I went to a conference of school counselors. And there's this normal meet and greet and how are you? And there was one particular counselor, a lady in her 30s from an outstanding school. And she truly said, I love my job. I said, love your job? No ways. I have so much restrictions, all these annoying parents. I felt intrigued. So I asked her, so what do you love most? And then she replied, I love to guide students in their transition into adulthood. And I said, wow, with this, I can relate too. And I feel it inside. And do you understand where I'm going here? Because when I look only at the restrictions of my work, I could still find a meaning in it. And that's the difference between looking for a meaning of life, that's very philosophical, but finding meaning in life, everybody can do, and you can all do that. Hang in for a minute and just look what kind of meaning you could find in your job. What kind of meaning you could find traveling to work and being in traffic jams, or reading books to your children, or going to the gym. It's really endless. Finding purpose means that you find a reason why something is done or was created. Current research in neuroscience shows a very strong relation between purpose in life and your overall mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It affects so many systems of your body. As a summary, look for meaning in life and not of life. Let's look at the second aspect. Be present in whatever you are. So you are here today on a Friday morning behind your device. And I know 2 or 3 people of you that just thought, oh my God, I could have slept longer. I could have done something for my family. And now they forced me to come to this webinar on well-being when I could have done something better for my well-being. However, webinars and especially Toastmaster meetings give you the opportunity to meditate. It's not this meditation, but it's a form of active meditation, to be fully present in the moment, just listening to my voice, looking into my eyes, not solving problems for your work or all the duties you have in your family life. No, just be here, be present. And I tell you the truth, whenever something was going on in my life, I intentionally chose positions in Toastmaster meetings. Let it be the timer, let it be the M counter or the grammarian or even being in the elevator. But all this I did to bring me back to the present moment, to actively listening what was said. And with this, I forgot everything about my worry, about disastrous future scenes. And instead, I got an applause in the end that I took up these positions. So you don't need to spend money on guided meditations or mindfulness practices. Just go to a Toastmaster meeting. What you learn in Toastmasters, you also learn and can apply outside your club meetings. Now just share in the comments again, how could you apply being present and mindfulness practices in your work or in your daily life? Now let's revise that one. Be present, not absent. Now, the last one, it's about embracing all your emotions. I'm a great believer that happiness comes by embracing all emotions. Now, what makes a winning Toastmaster speech? I guess you're right. It's sprinkling humor into tragedy, to guide someone through all the ups and downs of life, to show the peak of now, but also the dip of the humbling beginning, and then rising up. I know you have watched all the winning speeches of Toastmasters. Which speech can you remember? For me, it's the one from Dana Naya, when in the midst of shame, the mother, the emotional mother of all hands together, takes her hand at the prison bar and tells her son, I want you to become a better man. Or I recall a Toastmaster speech where a Toastmaster revealed her struggling with depression as a single mother. She stood there silently, looking down and whispering in a voice. Then the doctor told me, you have depression. Or another Toastmaster who had a speech about when he described his hilarious motorbike journey through rural India, hunted by dogs, just to ask his father-in-law to be for the hand of his daughter. All these Toastmaster speeches were rewarded because they showed all these emotions. The same applies for life. Having emotions means that you are alive. Good or bad, this is what we do by labeling our emotions as feelings, because emotions are just energy in motion that creates sensations in the body, and these sensations come and go. I remember whenever I had a Toastmasters speech, this pounding of the heart, boom, 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 and my dry throat and my clenched teeth whenever I went to stage. An energy I could use for motion or to be stuck, anxious, excited, driven. What do you choose? I recommend for you that you do 3 things for your emotional well-being. Assess, control, be grateful. Assess how your energetic activity is. Is it high? Is it low? And with this, you can control and you can shift. If your activity is high, use breathing. Whatever Toastmaster Thomas told you about breathing, use this to calm down. And when you feel really low in your energy, become active, laugh, yeah, to bring energy really into motion. And practicing gratitude has proven that it improves your well-being. You can be grateful for any applause you get in a Toastmasters meeting, or to appreciate, or this appreciation and learning points you get out of any evaluation. And this is a sense of gratitude you can get out of a Toastmaster meeting. Or you sit down in the morning or in the evening and write 3 things you are grateful for in your personal life or in your professional life. And it has proven that this really improves your emotional well-being. Now, to revise this one, emotions are just energy in motion. Now, coming back to my first Toastmaster meeting, whenever I went to a Toastmasters meeting, I felt rejuvenated, I felt refreshed for the whole week. And most importantly, I felt well. Physically, because we jumped up and down, always clapping. Emotionally, intellectually, because I learned something new. And spiritually, because I was really present in these meetings. Now, for you to have a life that is brighter and more abundant than it is right now, I may have a suggestion for you. And it is this: continue on your Toastmasters pathway. Then be present in the meetings, but also in other aspects of your life. Find a calling in Toastmasters and other aspects of your life. Yes, and yes, embrace your emotions. So I'm very honored and privileged to be part of your presenters among distinguished Toastmasters, directors, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. It was really a privilege for me to be with you today. Thank you very much.
Amazing presentation, Toastmasters Silke. It was great listening to you. Now to connect the Q&A session, let me call upon our moderator.
Thank you very much, Master of the Ceremony. And thank you very much, Toastmasters Silke, for that wonderful session. I really loved meaning of life searching, rather meaning. You have to search meaning in life rather meaning of life. That's a wonderful thing. It really touched me. There are a few things I really picked it. Happiness come by embracing all emotions. Wonderful. Lovely, it said. And it's a very extremely meaningful session. Thank you very, very much for that wonderful session. Any questions from audience? I'm waiting for your questions in chat box, or even you can ask now. We have 3 minutes time. Okay, till somebody asks question, let me ask you. You know, today Toastmaster journey has become very hectic once we come on online platform.
Yeah.
So being so active, we love to connect and communicate. Being so active, how we can maintain wellness in our daily activities? Any suggestions? Give us tips.
Yeah, it's actually being present in whatever you're doing right now. So the brain can't focus on several things at the same time. This means when you shift to something else, it has to close down the previous program, build up for the new one. And when you come back to your previous activity, then you don't start at the same level you have left off. What you're doing, just focus on one activity at a time and bring your focus there. And having focus also shifts you faster to be in the flow. And you can never achieve that if you're multitasking and doing several things at one time. Bring everything into one activity.
Okay, thank you very much that for wonderful answer. I also believe you should keep yourself engaged rather than entangled in entire situation. That keeps you most, active. I saw a lot of you talked on emotions in your session. There's a one question for you from Legion DTM Malaysia. She asked, suicides are on the rise. Is it reason the inability to express emotions one of the factors for suicides? She has asked this question because we saw a lot of queries and feedbacks on emotions in your session. Over to you.
Yeah, I didn't understand everything. So suicide is a consequence from really a mental health issue. It's people went into depression, and a trigger for depression is that people feel extremely stressed. Yeah, this can like a traumatic incident that people lost their job, people have other things, health issues, a loved one, and this can create like an emotional turmoil in someone's life. And there is some research also that if you had some childhood trauma already before that one, it can enhance it. But it always starts with a feeling of feeling helpless, powerless, and not being in control. And this sets up a whole thing on your physical side, but also on your emotional side. And the most important thing is to seek help on time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we are running out of time, and there are 1 or 2 questions. I will surely send those questions to you and get the answers and send back those answers to our people, guests who have questioned today. Thank you very much. Toastmasters Silke, you are connected us from Dubai, and we really grateful to you. Kindly accept this token of gratitude from Area 16, Division C, District 20 of Toastmasters International for us enlightening presentation at Wellness Seminar today. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you. I'm very grateful. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
So, thank you. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster